Previously on Hot Quest. All of this imbuing you with magical abilities has left me rather weak.
What if we challenge him to bowling?
You knocked down more pins than he pinned, making you the pin lord now. So I guess this is yours, and he hands you the half of the talisman. They now find themselves in the sprawling and largely fictitious border town of Furrowville.
We're looking for the other pieces of this talisman.
It was stolen when a gang of giant spiders came in, dealing a considerable wedge of damage.
Sorry about all that back there, but we're trying to save the world.
That's a talisman.
Here you go. Here is the section of talisman.
Hot quest, may I interest you in a hot quest, may I interest you in a hot quest, may I interest you in a hot quest.
It hasn't been long since you collected the talisman piece from the Spider Queen and jumped into the Divemobile, heading north along Interstate 35 towards Oklahoma City. There, the completed talisman will imbue a great champion with an unknown power to hold back a tremendous evil. You know that there is just one stop left on the way to Oklahoma City, a detour that will allow you to collect the third and final piece of the talisman. But 20 minutes into the drive, Loram the Wise, formerly a human wizard and currently a rather grubby-looking little mouse, scurries up Mikey's neck and whispers a secret into his ear.
I don't actually remember where I left the third piece of the talisman.
That tracks.
Okay,
I don't remember, I'm sorry.
Can I cast locate object?
Zoe dunking on the mouse like 2 seconds in. Boom!
Yeah, do you have to do a roll for that? Or?
It says concentration up to 10 minutes, so I'm gonna ask Elisa to turn the music down a bit, but past that we should be fine.
Yeah, that's fair.
So the music gets turned down. What music are we listening to on this particular
I was going to ask the same
drive?
question.
We've since moved from these sort of hyper Venga bus kind of hype moment. I think it's time to chill out a little bit. So we got a little lo-fi.
Perfect. Lo-fi beats to look for talisman pieces too. So you are sitting and you are concentrating for the 10 minutes as you try to focus on where this third piece of the talisman is, and then you finally you feel where this talisman is, and it is 20 feet to your right, and then it's 10 feet to your right. And then something swipes the side of the Divemobile, and I need everyone to do a give me a dex saving throw.
I rolled a 2.
Nat 20.
That is a nat 20. Elisa's
It's
good.
next to the nat 20. It's like proximity close.
It has a 2 in it. It's basically the same number.
It's basically.
Yeah.
I got a 5.
Cool.
I got a 10.
So Mikey and Sam, you are going to take 5 bludgeoning damage. Zoe, you are going to take 1 bludgeoning damage as the Divemobile spins through the air and it lands on it. Let's see where it lands. I'm going to roll a dice to see what it lands. It lands on its side. I'm going to say, Zoe, by the way, this probably breaks your concentration.
Yeah, I would assume.
You feel the ground shake as you feel this stomping coming towards the Divemobile. What do you do?
I'm at 29 health already. Something hit
I'm already
us.
down to 58, so
It's
Go
a
to
hard
jail,
life.
Sam.
Okay.
yeah. I'm gonna unbuckle my seatbelt.
Yeah, I'm getting as far away from the car as possible.
Yeah.
You're able to escape from the Divemobile, and you see this large, imposing physical presence, and it appears to be made out of a mixture of dirt and soil and lumber and tools. It looks like the kind of things one might find in a hardware center, and indeed, those of you getting out of the other side of the car can see that you've landed in the parking lot of a tool and hardware store that has apparently been occupied by fantasy creatures, because the sign has been graffitied and now reads Gnome Depot.
Powerful. I think we have to deal with the thing that just crashed our car.
Yeah.
And has the talisman part in it, because that's where my spell was saying it was.
It is moving towards you with a tremendous speed, and you can see it's raising its arms to kind of crush them down on the car.
Okay, I cast Hold Person.
Tell me about Hold Person. And also, this might be the end of this episode.
Oh no! Choose a humanoid that you can see within range, which is 60 feet.
Mm-hmm.
The target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be paralyzed for the duration.
Technically, this thing is classified as a humanoid.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm going to upset you here. I don't have to do the roll. It is immune to being paralyzed.
Ah!
Do we see this fragment anywhere on it?
No, if it's there, you can't see it. But what you can see is it is now bringing its fists down on the car. So I need everyone to roll a dexterity saving throw to avoid being crushed.
Oh, that's my bad one. Oh no.
Oh no!
12.
12, okay. 10, okay.
19.
Woo!
Yeah!
Mikey, I've never been prouder of you than I am in this moment. In what I will call a sharp twist of irony, Mikey is the only person able to roll away from the car in time. Every one of you takes 6 bludgeoning damage. And you can see this thing kind of winding up for another attack.
Should we run to safety and assess the situation?
Within running distance, you have the Gnome Depot and the freeway.
Is there any way to deduce if the gnomes in Gnome Depot know what's going on?
Give me that perception check.
10. Oh wait, 10 plus 6. That's 16.
Yeah, you absolutely make out some figures on the roof of the Gnome Depot that do appear to be gnomes, kind of looking in your direction, kind of watching what is happening. And as soon as they catch you looking at them, their heads kind of duck down again.
I'm gonna take a wild stab and say that the horrible creature made out of things that were from Home Depot probably is on their side. I'm just angry about that. Like, you're not gonna talk me down from attacking the giant lumber.
Cool.
Yeah.
Then, Sam, I'm gonna cast haste on you if you just want to go aggro on this thing. I don't know if it's a good idea, and I don't know if I should be supporting this behavior, but I'm also pissed and at 22 HP, so...
Yeah.
I hold up my phone.
What does haste do?
Choose a willing creature that you see within range. Until the spell ends, the target's speed is doubled. It gains a +2 AC, it has advantage on dexterity saving throws, and it gains an additional action on each turn. That action can be used only to take the attack, dash, engage, disengage, hide, or use
an object.
An object.
Yeah. I will also say you do need a component to do this spell, which is licorice. Do you have any Twizzlers?
It's a road trip.
So yeah.
Yeah.
If I'm in the car, we have Twizzlers.
Perfect. All right.
I will go on the record on that one.
When the spell ends, the target can't move or take actions for a turn.
Okay.
So just a heads up.
Well, you already cast it, so for my first attack... Oh, sorry, hold on. I am going to enter my Battle Rage as a bonus action. And I'm going to, I think, attack whatever is closest to me, part of it, probably one of the legs, I assume.
Do it.
All
I'm
right.
not going to stop you.
I'm doing that. How's a 25 do?
25 will do it.
Okay, that's 10 damage.
Okay.
And then for my second attack, which I got when I reached level 5, 22.
That, I think, hits.
Okay, then that's going to do...
Lisa and I are just like gramming this whole thing, making a wicked boomerang, putting the little cat filter on Sam as he goes aggro.
Yeah. Okay, that's 14 damage on the second attack, and then I'm going to use that third attack that Zoe gave me. Okay, that is a 17.
That hits.
Okay, so that is 13 damage.
You do a total of 21 damage. It takes a couple of steps backwards and staggers and seems kind of stunned for the moment. But it is still very large, very much in charge, and very eager to turn you all into a kind of a fine kind of powder or pate that might be smeared on a bagel or just a piece of toasted white bread. What does everyone want to do? You can continue the combat if you want. I'll have everyone roll initiative. But what do you want to do long term?
I mean, it seems like the safer bet is to go deal with the gnomes that are probably causing this
Yeah.
than not. Though we will have to carry Sam if we do that.
Can anyone put
So-
Sam to sleep for a
Yeah,
moment?
I
great
am in a
question.
battle rage right now. It's gonna be hard to pry me away from this guy.
That's true. Well, you can't move after
Yeah.
this turn because you're lethargic. So you're just gonna be like a really grumpy boy who needs to nap.
Who is the most physically capable?
Sam.
Of the three
Not
of us, none of
Yeah,
us.
that isn't
Yeah.
Can I
Sam.
make a
the
strength check
physically
to
capable.
move myself? To just sort of like,
Actually, my strength is +2, so I will roll for this.
To carry Sam.
So are we all just making a break for the Gnome Depot?
That's
I
a
would
3
say
plus
so.
2, so I have a 5.
Okay. Is Grumpy Sam going to contest this roll?
I don't think damn it. Yeah,
Oh.
you're really right. I probably
Yeah.
Give me an up and down strength check.
my base strength is +3, but I also, because I'm raging, have advantage on strength checks and saving throws. Okay, so actually the highest one was 10.
That's still higher than
Yeah.
Mikey.
Yeah.
Yes, Mikey.
If I were to use my cunning action, my secondary action, because my strength roll didn't work, what if I was just to dash into Sam in an attempt to knock him over for
Yeah.
a moment?
I want to see it. That's
makes-
all I
yeah,
want. Okay,
yeah.
let's do that.
And that would probably be a dexterity saving throw for me, which I am not good at.
All right, I dashed through Sam. Here's my roll for that. 17.
All right, Sam. How are you going to make this a bad time for everyone?
That's an 8.
Did you roll with advantage? I hate to be a stickler for the rules. Yeah.
What is it? What did you do? Oh no.
Oh no, he's moving the camera. That's not good.
It's an excellent.
Oh, so okay, Mikey. Here is what happens. You slam into Sam, flip over him, and you are going to take 4 bludgeoning damage.
I'm a very grumpy boy.
The creature has regained its composure and looks like it might be moving in for
Oh
another
no.
attack.
Okay, I have a weird idea and I actually don't know if it'll work. Can I wild shape into a very strong animal and pick up my husband?
I wish you would.
Right now, you can change into any animal that has a challenge rating of 1/2.
You can be a minnow.
Oh no, an ape is 1/2, but it's also it's kind of human size. I'm willing to grant you wild shape into an ape.
So I'm gonna turn into an ape.
Okay, you turn into an ape. Keep in mind that your intelligence, wisdom, and charisma stays the same from your character sheet, but you get all the other traits you get. So let me pop that in the group chat. There you go.
Now, I'm pretty low intelligence. Do I know that this ape is my wife?
Out of context, that's the best sentence anyone has ever said. That depends. Are you watching Zoe change into an ape?
Yeah,
I
probably.
like to imagine that my eyeliner is still on, so you can definitely tell. So I guess I'm gonna go and try to just run up and pick up my temper tantrum husband.
All right, Sam, are you going to contest that, or are you going to let this happen?
If I did not know that this ape was my wife, I would absolutely contest it, but I will not.
All right, I'm not even going to have Zoe roll. You are able to
Great.
lift Sam in your ape arms. I would like everyone to do an athletics check to see
Oh.
if you can outrun this
I
big
wish you
beast.
wouldn't.
That's a 12 for me.
Okay,
5.
cool.
30-20.
This is a good news, bad news situation. The good news is that the creature absolutely whiffed its roll. The bad news is it did roll a 6. So Mikey, after a very impressive opening where you didn't get crushed under the roof of a car, you are losing ground very quickly. But I want to give you the opportunity to die heroically.
All right. Can I do a dash again?
You can. I'm going to let you do that dash. Why not?
14.
14. Yeah, that's good. You get your second wind, and just as the creature's fists smack down into the concrete, you zip forward, catching up to the rest of the group. And as you're approaching the entrance to the Gnome Depot, the door swings open and you see this little gnome person coming. Get in, get in! So you're inside the Gnome Depot, and the first thing you notice is that there's something off about this hardware store. There are bridges that have been built crossing the top of the roofs. There are structures and like huts and houses made of lumber and other components. It looks like different types of gnome have taken up residence in the different departments. As you look towards the gardening center area, there's quite a lot of damage. Something has torn its way through this store, and the one that beckoned you in says, "What are you doing here?"
I'm gonna cut it right to the quick here. That thing has something we need in order to save the world, but it doesn't look like we can reason with it. Is there any way else we can handle that thing out there?
Well, you've come to the Gnome Depot at a bad time. There's something of an internal conflict happening, and that thing out there is an earth elemental, and it's part of the conflict. This gnome begins walking you through to the bath service department, where you see other gnomes in very nice robes. There are bathtubs, there are people relaxing, there are people who have made gnomes that have made makeshift like massage tables, and it's very, very chill. There's some gentle, similar to but legally distinct from Enya-esque music in the background. The gnome that has led you in says, "This is the Gnome Depot. Various different types of gnome have set up residence here. We've all claimed different departments. As you can see, we are the bath service gnomes. We are creatures of peace and spirituality. But there's a conflict happening between all the different departmental gnomes. The garden center gnomes have caused the most trouble. They have dreams of conquest. To that end, they summoned an earth elemental to try to destroy the rest of the gnomes. But they lost control of it and it broke free. It's all made up of like different parts of the store, you know. There's like a lot of lumber in there. There's some plumbing. There's dirt. There's concrete. There's a fridge in there full of Gatorade. We're out of Gatorade now. If you want a Red Bull, you're fine, but we've got no Gatorade. And at the core of that elemental, I think there's the thing that you're referring to. The bath service gnomes genuinely believe that if we can unite all the different factions of gnomes, we can take on this earth elemental together.
Solve gnome peace.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay. All right. So, who are the various figureheads that we might need to talk to in order to solve this problem?
There's us, like I said, the bath service gnomes. There's the garden center gnomes. There's the hardware gnomes, and the hardware gnomes also have control of the paint department. And then there's the automotive gnomes, who are kind of wild cards.
I don't want to like talk for the rest of the group, but like our car got hit by a 30-foot rock monster, so we need automotive anyway.
That's a good call. All right.
Let's head that way. I probably should also stop being an ape now.
That's entirely up to you. You live your truth. You head into the automotive department. There are tires. There are tire chains. There are other things you might find in the automotive department. I don't know. I'm not a car person, and I didn't do my research. You enter as an automotive gnome, walks up to you and says, "What's your deal? What's your bag? What are you doing? We saw you out front, roughing it with that elemental."
Did you see what happened to our car?
Yeah, it was pretty rough. But you know what? I reckon we could fix it.
Okay.
But you've got to do something for us.
What do you need?
Yeah.
I want you to destroy the garden center gnomes.
I saw that coming. What if we gave you something else you wanted and we didn't do that? Because we're not really into killing people. It's kind of our thing.
I'm gonna roll a dice and see if I'm into that. I'm into that. What do you have in mind?
Why such a bad time with the garden gnomes?
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Well, the garden gnomes have got, I think the phrase is, dreams of conquest. They're in a real kind of
okay.
Orns of Nymon sort of state, if you're a fan of classic Doctor Who. So this is a pretty good impression of a garden center gnome. Hey, we'll summon an earth elemental and it'll stomp them all down. But what they didn't realise is you can't control an earth elemental, you mugs.
We noticed if we were to get everyone on the same page, would the warriors, the barbarians of the automotive department be willing to fight with us to save the world?
We will fight with you, and we will fight with anyone else who wants to have a conversation with us.
Team, Do you guys want to go to the garden section?
All right, so are you guys moseying over to the garden department?
Yeah. I don't want to be seen by the garden gnomes before we get there, because I kind of want to get the lowdown from the plants first.
Give me a stealth check.
Well, it was a 3,
Cool.
so probably not that stealthy. Probably should have stayed an ape. Would have probably been stealthier then.
You land on the floor with a bucket on your head. Standing over you are 4 garden center gnomes. There's 2 on either side, and you hear footsteps approaching, and they kind of part. A garden center gnome says, "We're pretty welcoming of people, but you snuck in, so we have to assume malicious intent."
I can't. I must stop you right there. What I did was not sneak.
No,
Clearly.
here's the thing. We are incredibly aware of that.
It was totally a stunt.
It was totally a stunt.
Show yourself, strangers.
That's my camera crew. So basically, we're here because our car got wrecked.
Did I hear you say that they was your camera crew?
Yeah. No, they're just my friends. We're on a road trip. But they also we do record each other on YouTube for a show. It's like a long thing. And also sometimes stunts. We were just wondering what's up with the Earth Elemental outside and why it destroyed our car.
Why are you so interested in the Earth Elemental?
Because it destroyed our car.
Oh, that's a pretty good answer.
And we were on a dope road trip, and we had so many snacks in there. So we just need to know about the Earth Elemental so we can hopefully take care of it and get the automotive department to help us fix our car.
You want to know some fun things about an Earth Elemental?
Lay it on me, bro.
I like a fun fact.
Alright, write this down. It is resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. You can't poison it, you can't exhaust it, you can't paralyze it or petrify it, and it doesn't ever sleep.
And you thought summoning this was a good idea.
Well, we thought we could control it. That was our whole thing. We was gonna use it to smash up the other gnomes. And then we were gonna unravel it, and then we'd have a talisman we could use to do other things.
Unravel it?
Well, it's made up from bits of the store. Like, there's bits of wood in there. There's a vending machine is in there. If you want a Monster Energy drink or a Gatorade, you're gonna have to wait. If we kill it, the life force holding it together, that field will collapse.
Okay, so you were planning on killing it.
Well, we're planning on doing a lot of things. We're planning on building a patio. We haven't done it. We don't know because none of us have the skills, it seems.
Maybe we know a couple people in the hardware department that might be able to teach you how to build a patio. If you can tell us how to get rid of this thing that you built that almost killed us.
In the hardware department? Oh, the hardware department is full of weirdos and scum. We wanted to kill them all. What did you think? We were going to say, yeah, we really like them, but they really should be dead.
Why do you want to kill them all?
Because we want to take over the Gnome Depot.
Why? You're the garden department. You have all of the outside available to you.
Yeah, and we want the inside. That's where the toilets are.
They want the toilets.
Yeah, no, you're fair.
What department has the toilets? And follow-up question, if we get you the toilets, will you join our fight to take down the Earth Elemental?
I think the bath service gnomes have all the toilets. If you can get a toilet out here, then maybe we'll change our tune.
Maybe you'll stop trying to kill everybody in the entire store.
Well, we'll see how we feel. Let's one thing at a time.
Sure.
Let's not
Okay.
bite the whole cookie when we can have a nibble of the edge. You know what I mean?
To the bathroom service department.
All right, you head back, and the gnome who initially greeted you says, "So have you visited all the other departments?"
Not all of them.
Close.
Anyway, do you have any spare toilets?
What?
So we went to the garden center. We tried to reason with these folks, and it turns out they're a bit much. What they did ask for, interestingly enough, was access to some toilets, and it seemed like they would consider helping us out against their Earth Elemental. So you got any we could maybe spare?
I mean, yeah, there's loads in the back.
Great.
Yeah.
Sam, go grab a couple. Let's go.
Sam goes to the back of the store where the toilets are, and he comes back with a lot of toilets.
There's so many toilets back here.
Sam has a bunch of toilets.
A freshly picked bushel of toilets.
Would you mind running those toilets back over to Garden?
Hell yeah.
All right, Zoe and Elisa, are you ready to
Yeah.
head to Hardware and Paint?
Let's
Yeah,
Let's
do it.
go!
You arrive at the hardware department where some gnomes meet you and say, "What ho, strangers! What could I do you for?"
You have a great voice.
Thank you.
So we are here about the Earth Elemental
Yes.
that is outside.
It's causing much havoc.
It is. It wrecked our car. And so we are wanting to kind of destroy it.
Yes. Well, I can't blame you for that.
Would you help us destroy the Earth Elemental?
Absolutely, but you have to do something for us.
And what would that be?
We have much need of forklifts. Unfortunately, the automotive department has hoarded almost all of them.
How many forklifts do you need?
I don't know, like maybe 4 clifts.
Okay, well.
Challenging.
You know what? I like that.
Some of the garden department gnomes are wanting to build a patio area, but they don't really have the skills for it. Do you think that's something that you could send over somebody to kind of help them out?
Well, they did try to kill us. I don't know if you noticed.
But if they have their own patio, then they'll just go chill out there and hopefully stop trying to kill you guys.
Well, I'll tell you this. You get us those forklifts, we'll help the garden center gnomes build that patio. Ah!
Beautiful. Thank you. Okay.
Is Sam gonna rejoin the group at this point?
Yeah, let's just assume that I'm there.
Sam, did they say anything when you delivered the toilets?
They said they would meet you on the fields of battle.
Okay, so automotive, let's do this. So why don't we have Sam take this one? He's friends with them.
Yeah, we're good friends now. Me and Sam, we're top friends.
Yeah.
Hey, Sam, come here real quick.
Hey, yeah, what's up, man? Yeah.
Hey, would you watch all of the Fast and Furious movies with that guy? 4 forklifts?
Hey, bro.
Hey, what's up? Yeah.
We're hoping to make a sort of a trade.
Yeah.
I feel like you guys have not had a good hang sesh in a while.
Oh, you know what? You're right. I feel like I can trust you because we're family.
You know what? It really is all about family, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So- yeah, man. It really is all about family. So I was thinking, what if you hooked us up with 4 forklifts?
4. You want as
4.
many as that, eh?
And then I was thinking we could bro-a-thon
Ooh.
some Fast and Furious, bro.
Oh, bro, you had me at Broathon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm into it.
All right, we can watch all 10, you and me.
Yeah, he's going to bring them around. Who needs them anyway?
We were gonna take him on a little bit of a joyride on the way to the hardware department.
To the hardware department. Yeah, well, in the interests of peace and in unifying against that chuffing Earth Elemental out there, and also because I really, really want to re-watch the Fast and the Furious movies, I'm gonna say yes.
And then at that moment, Reggie and 3 other gnomes roll up in the forklifts, and one of them hits the horn in the middle and it goes... Because why wouldn't it? As you reach the main entrance area again, a gathering of gnomes from each faction are standing. There's a little bit of tension in the air, but they all know they're there for one purpose and one purpose only, to bring down that Earth Elemental. And at that point, the druid you were speaking to before steps forward and says, "We're all ready to unify against the Earth Elemental. We're going to raise the shutters. I didn't mention this earlier, but we put a little spell on the shutter to stop the Earth Elemental from smashing through at any and then the Earth Elemental smashes through. And we're going to roll initiative. This is going to be a big battle, but probably short, because there's a lot of you. You unified everybody.
I have a 13 plus 2, that's 15.
I got a 9.
6 minus 1 is 5.
18 plus 1, that's 19.
The Earth Elemental rolled a 2. Next up are the Automotive Gnomes, and that is a 3. Bath service gnomes. That's a 6. That's not too bad. That's better than Mike. Better than Mikey. Bath services. 6. Garden center rolled a 9. Last up is hardware gnomes, and they roll a 2. So here's what's actually going to happen. Because the elemental smashed through the wall and basically Kool-Aid manned all of you, the elemental gets a surprise attack. So it's going to do 2 slam attacks. It's going to attack the automotive gnomes, and it misses. And next it's going to go against the garden center gnomes, which it absolutely hits.
This might solve a lot of our problems, actually.
God, okay, so it does 9 damage to each of the gnomes. Next in the turn order is Sam.
For the second time, I am entering my battle rage. Please, no one cast haste on me.
I wasn't gonna, but like, you don't have to be mean about it.
So it has resistance to slashing damage.
It's resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks.
I charge at the elemental, screaming, "This is about family." And I'm gonna attack the exact same leg that I was before. That's going to be a 24.
24 hits.
That's going to be a 12 damage on my first attack.
Okay.
And then I'm going to make a second attack.
Do it.
That's a 22.
That do hit.
Also 12. Okay.
Okay.
So I guess I do 12 damage.
Okay. You do 12 damage total. Elisa.
Can I move myself in such a position so that this thing is within 15 feet of me and no one else is?
I'm going to say yes, because there are too many players on the board for me to know where they all are at any given moment.
I go to the PA system, and then I like hook up my phone and I start playing AC/DC's Thunderstruck.
Amazing.
And I cast Thunderwave.
The elemental has to do a
Constitution.
Its constitution's bad. Okay.
Am I in there?
Oh.
I'm probably pretty close.
Yeah, a little
I'm
bit.
proud
I'm
of you.
assuming Sam's in there.
Yeah, Sam,
it.
roll them bones.
Sam, cover your ears.
I love this song. I'm gonna open my ears so I hear more of it. Yeah, my con roll is
You want to beat 16.
11.
Oh, that's no!
I love this. Ow!
I have to roll with disadvantage, don't I, for the earth elemental, because it is vulnerable to thunder. Fun fact. I rolled a 6 total. Because it has a vulnerability, you are going to double the damage it does.
Well, that's 24 total.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take 12.
That's for the freaking car. We were vibing in there, man.
That's where I had my Twizzlers.
What?
I love you, sweetie.
What?
The garden center gnomes, firstly, they heal everyone who's taken damage for 7 points. Then the leader of the garden center gnomes points at Sam and does this kind of pow at your yield spar, imbuing it with a strange magical aura.
Oh, guys, he shot yield spar!
And then next up is Zera.
I'm going to...
Go ape.
I mean, I could, and then I could climb it. Like, I hadn't
You can Shadow of the
considered
Colossus, this bad boy.
it. Yeah, I'll turn into an ape again.
Okay.
I'm going to climb up the earth elemental, and then the ape can make a 2-fist attack, so I just kind of on its head.
Basically, you're going to do the fist attack twice. So you will roll 1d20 for one fist, and then another d20 for the other fist.
Alright, so I got 10 as the high one on that.
Oh dear, that's a miss. Let's go for the other fist.
17.
That one hits. So go ahead and roll as 1d6 plus 3 to do your fist attack.
It's 5.
Cool. It is actually 2 because it does not take.
It's bludgeoning.
Yeah. But that 2's not nothing. You know, you should be proud of yourself.
Good job, sweetie!
The bath services gnomes are up next. The leader of the gnomes is going to do a little magic spell that is going to create the illusion of an army of monkeys. It's going to zap at Zoe, and then the elemental is going to believe that it is covered in copies of Zoe.
Monkey army! Monkey army!
Which is going to confuse it, giving everyone right now advantage on attacks, and it's going to give disadvantage to the elemental.
Can we see the monkey illusion, or is this only on the elemental?
You can see the monkey illusion, but you're able to tell which one is Zoe. And then we're on to Mikey.
I throw a knife at the head of the guy just for fun.
Yeah.
That is
Go on. Go, Michael. Okay. You have advantage because he is covered in apes. So you can roll again.
Then I will.
Do it, coward.
Natty 20. Natty
Boom!
20. Natty 20.
You did it. So you're going to do damage. You're going to do double damage, which means it's the same damage. Because it just means it's not going to be immune to this particular attack. So just roll your damage dice.
Ba-boom. That's a 4.
+2. That's a 6. Anything else you want to do?
What is my proximity to the automotive gnomes?
Everyone's kind of around. So I'd say pretty much everyone is within like 15, 20 foot.
I get really serious and I lean in and I grab one by the head and I say, "This is for Han."
Okay, so the barbarians are going to go in on the offensive. They are all going to rage, and they're going to start hacking at legs. And then another one is going to dive up into its torso and just kind of try to impale it in the chest. All of the barbarians attacking in one rush, emboldened and inspired by Mikey's casual reference to the Fast and Furious franchise, do a grand total of 35 damage.
Whoa!
Dang.
It is now the hardware gnomes, a row of them with longbows with flames on the end. And the leader of the hardware gnomes announces the attack, and they let them go ping, 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 ping. And then I have to roll to see if they do that. Nat 20!
Yeah!
Nat 20, so that's 1d8 plus 3. 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 44 damage total.
Woo!
I regret to inform you, it is now the elemental's turn, but it is confused by the spectral apes, so it does have disadvantage. It's going to try to do one sweeping swat of all of the gnomes, and it does not do that. It gets a second attack because it gets 2 attacks, and it does not do that. Sam, you are up. What do?
Okay, even though, like, all I can hear is, like, I have noticed that my halberd is, like, glowing with magical power. I am going to leap up and take a huge swing at the thing's heart, like, torso area. Probably missing the other guy that went for the torso.
You pierce through the heart of the elemental. It lets out this almighty wail where the field spar is pierced through the chest. It just starts to crumble. All of the pieces, the lumber, the concrete, the bags of compost, the Gatorade fridge. And then sitting in the pile of the rubble is the piece of the talisman, the third and final piece. And there is a moment when all of the leaders of all of the gnome factions are suddenly making eye contact because they all know what that means. They all know the power of the talisman. It summoned this earth elemental. It has untold, untapped potential. And it could give any one of them dominance over the Gnome Depot. And you see this all in their eyes. Your passive perception is good enough to spot that. What do?
I was on top of it when it blew up. So my thought was, like, I would be closest to the talisman, and I'm an ape that's significantly larger than them, so I'm going to grab it and, like, be fairly aggressive.
The gnomes all kind of look at each other, and then the automotive leader steps forward and he says, "That talisman piece really changed the balance of power around these parts. I think we would like to keep it." And then the bath services gnome steps forward and says, "Actually, I think, with all due respect, I think they should take it. That thing has brought nothing but misery and destruction to the Gnome Depot."
Are we allowed to astroturf from the crowd? Like, I agree with the guy in back.
Mikey, give me a deception check on that astroturfing.
Oh my god.
All right. That's a 16.
That's very good. Yes, you're very convincing. And
All
then
my bullshit rolls are good. I don't know what.
Yeah.
That's weird. None of the real ones.
the people start repeating, "Yeah, we should let him go. We should." All the things you're saying are being repeated by other gnomes now. Then they look to you with the talisman, and everyone cheers, and they all stand up and applaud.
I go into my bag and I say, you know what? I love it when y'all come together like this. And hopefully this will serve as a reminder that if things ever get heated up again, just take a bath, paint something, go grilling and chilling in the patio, and watch some Fast and the Furious. And then I pull out my Lush bath bomb and I toss it to the leader of the bath department.
Oh, that's too good. You have lost your bath bomb, though.
That's fine.
Cross it off the equipment list.
Cross it. I want to. I want you to. I want to see you cross it off the list.
Screen share.
Oh.
No.
Oh, there it goes.
There it goes.
There it goes.
So long, bath
There it
bomb.
is.
Anyway, so as an epilogue to the events of the day, the automotive gnomes have worked to tip your car back onto its correct side. They've panel beat the side of it back into something vaguely resembling a car shape. The bath services gnomes offer you a full pampering service for bringing peace to the Gnome Depot. You get soothing baths and massages. You have never felt better, and in fact, all of you are going to take a permanent boost of 5 HP to your total HP as a result of this. Automotive Gnomes also watch all of the Fast and Furious movies with Sam.
Speaking of which, I did earlier mention that we were watching all 10.
Yeah.
Could
Yes.
you tell me what the name of the 10th Fast and Furious movie is in
It's
this
just
world?
called Furious, but the I and the O are a 1 and a 0.
That will happen.
We're
As
going to
you-
the premiere, baby.
Yeah, we're there. If we don't get invited, I will cry.
All right.
One final thing happens after 2 days of rest and relaxation. Loram the Wise has taken human form again. He has returned back to his wizardly self, and he walks up to you and he says,
This has been a wonderful, relaxing 2 days, but it is time we venture to Oklahoma City.
Yes! Sorry, Han's still alive. We just got to Fast 9.
all of the pieces of the talisman are pulled together, and you can see the seams kind of join up, almost as if it was never separated at all. Loram is about to start giving you directions when you see a man fighting what appear to be 3 dragon whelps. And it is at this point I would like to introduce our special guest star, Miles Luna.
Yay!
His armor is so radiant.
Thank you.
The gnomes all kind of look at each other, and then the automotive leader steps forward and he says something.
Powerful.
I hope we're doing an outtakes reel.
But could you, like, retarget it?
We'll point it somewhere else.
Yeah.
I
like
mean-
across the street.
Like a Lowe's.
I mean,
Like
that's
a Lowe's.
Oh no, you can't point it at the Lowe's. Lowe's is full of elves. I've got nothing against them. Sorry, my phone keeps dinging. Let me put it
Yeah.
on silent. I'm sorry.
Ironically, high elves.
I have to
That's weird.
apologise. I'm in a Facebook group for gnomes who like cars, and there's a.
Actually, my strength is +2 in the game.
Oh,
Yeah.
then yeah.
I like
try
how you
that.
clarify in the game. In real life, it's probably -1, -2.
Oh, yeah, it's like -4, man.
Oh, I've seen Mikey on the pull-up bar, though.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, there are
I can vibe with
4
that.
sections. What if we all went to one section and reconvened in, say, 15 minutes and shared what we know?
So 15 times
Sure.
4 is... that's an hour. Cool.
No, we would all do it at the same time.
Yeah, but Mikey, I'm one person. How do you expect me to have 4 conversations simultaneously